'Cause we don't let the bad vibes get in, we don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a rude mob. Staying by the revolution of the whole cloud, kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Our mother is the boom in the baseline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad Lord. Kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you are doing good. I think I wasn't actually clean cut last week, so I probably look a bit better in that way. But also, it's countered by the fact that I feel pretty terrible at the moment for reasons that I'll get to in the show. But also, I've just been it's been quite a lot of long days and things like that. So yeah, I've been sleeping on and off this evening, and I'm looking forward to going to bed straight after this. But hope you are doing good and had a good week. It is the last Wednesday of the month, which means it is a Q&A. That's effectively throw any script out of the window. We just talk about whatever you want to talk about, and it's just more chilled and relaxed. And then it means the other 3 Wednesdays of the month can be more focused around topics. And we've done everything. I mean, last week was very heated, wasn't it, with debating ice cream flavours. We've also talked before about the royal family and what was going on there. We've talked about time management. And I just want to say a huge thank you to those of you that, give me feedback across social media afterwards, telling me, what you benefit from these live shows. Because it means a lot, and it helps me focus on where to go from here. And I've got lots and lots of plans. Excuse me. I've got lots of plans for the weeks and months ahead that are really, really exciting. And it's one of those things where I'd love to talk about a lot of those plans. But on the other hand, one of my favourite sayings is the idea that, don't tell people what you're going to do, show them. And that can be a really healthy way to make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on yourself as well. Because if you announce things to the world, it's like, oh, now I've definitely got to do it. And you know what? Sometimes things happen in life. Sometimes you find that you need to restructure, reprioritize, and that's totally okay. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has tuned in. My name is Myles Dyer, and you are watching Myles Dyer Live, which is here every Wednesday, this time. Which is just a chilled hangout. I was actually asked on a call a few nights ago because I'm doing this course at the moment about developing live streaming and sort of keeping myself accountable as I improve this show week on week. And I was asked by a fellow attendee, what is it that I am offering? Like, what is the product? Because a lot of people on the live streaming courses are selling products, And I was just like, it's an interesting thing, because I feel that I do need to come up with one sentence to describe Myles Dyer Live, but it really is just a feel-good hangout every Wednesday. And what you find is a lot of you might be new this week, and you're like, I like the positivity in the chat. This is nice. I might come back. And so I just want to say a huge, huge thank you to those of you that show up every week, or almost every week, or show up whenever you can, because Chris was very kind and said the product is me. I mean, in some ways it is, but in other ways the product is us. It's one thing for me to be up here and doing this, but the fact that you are all here turning up with so much positivity, it's really, really great. And so I just want to say thank you for that. You're amazing. So, as is always the case, I kickstart the show with housekeeping, even on the last Wednesday of the month, and there is a lot to go through. So I just want to start off by saying that, every Wednesday, there are the times in the bottom left corner. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you get notified. Myles Dyer Live is one of my favourite things in my life. I enjoy doing this every week. And I've actually recently been reaching out to a lot of people as guests for upcoming shows. And I think I've got 4 guests booked over the next few months. And I'm reaching out to more and more. So I'm really, really excited. We've got lots and lots of topics, including imposter syndrome, what it's like to work in the gaming industry, what is it like, have musical activism in the space of sustainability and other great causes. It's going to be really, really wonderful. I also just want to say that if you ever hear the music at the start and you like it, it's all available on Spotify. I've got this playlist which you can use the QR code for, or just search Myles Dyer on Spotify. If you don't use Spotify, I think you don't even need an account to see the list. I think if you you go to the link that's in the description to this live show, that can work as well. So yeah, Central European Time, I think it's called. Yeah, I'd have to check it again, but I did look that up. And then what have we got next? Oh yeah, PlayStation VR PlayStation PSVR without parole. Gamescast Live. I host it every Friday. Last Friday it was off for a break, but I look forward to returning this Friday with Brian. It's an amazing community. I love so many of the people there, and I actually did a video for their channel, which was my first ever virtual reality video, which was kind of cool. I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, tune in. This is obviously a bit more favourable for those that live in the US. And then join membership. If you enjoy what you see and you have some coin to spare, which I know is very difficult in this day and age, for just a few dollars, you can become a member, and it unlocks the loyalty badge, all those beautiful globes I see next to people's names. It also unlocks the custom live chat emojis. There are 5 to choose from, all the ones you can see on the screen, plus the 2 Ys for Myles Dyer. And I love this, the question about what do we call the Dyer lights. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, we'll have to have a think about that. And Mark, you're being very, very kind. Mark is always gifting. And congrats, Brax Bro, you've become a member. Mark, much love to you, buddy. But the other thing also is you get priority in Q&As and in the comment section on videos. So that's also really, really important. But yeah, I'm on the verge of getting some more emojis commissioned. So some other news I want to go through quickly. I have a new website. It's finally been fixed, and I'm really, really excited to have this because I was paying Squarespace like £15, like $15 a month. I now use that card website, I think, which is at carrd.co. And my website is a lot more simple, just has an about section, contact, and it's costing me, I think it's costing me like $15 a year, which is huge savings. And it does the trick because I had a lot of sections on my old website that weren't relevant anymore or will soon not be relevant, like the fact that it talks about my band, Schemata Theory. My band, Schemata Theory, exactly a month today, on the 28th of October, we will be playing our last ever show. After 10 years, it's coming to an end. It's going to be in Bracknell. Please head over to schematatheory.com/tour for details. And I also just want to give a huge, huge shout out to my fellow singer, Luke Wright. It's his birthday today. So, Luke, I just want to say a super happy birthday to you, dude. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite with him lately, which has been wonderful. Incredibly talented vocalist. I'm really going to miss sharing the stage with him. But it's going to be an amazing time. And yeah, love you, Luke. You're great. And yeah, I just hope that you're having good celebrations today. I hope you're not watching this because there are better things to do than to watch this for your birthday. But if you are, appreciate it. And if not, I will send you this clip on replay. And everyone is saying happy birthday, Luke. So how about that? That's really, really good. And I also want to say happy birthday to my friend Jodie. It's her birthday again today. So I thought, yeah, well, birthdays are in mind. Happy birthday to Luke and happy birthday to Jodie. Again, who normally is in the chat, but I doubt it because they should be out celebrating their birthdays. There we go. Lots and lots of love there. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, everyone. Look at all this. It's so good. Much love to you, Luke. Okay. A few more things. As I mentioned, Wait, is it Karina's birthday? Is it Karina's birthday? Oh, is just Twitch just saying happy birthday to everyone? Hat birth. I love this. Okay. Twitch is just saying happy birthday to everyone. It's confused me. Coming soon though. Okay. Excuse me. I just did an op-ed on PlayStation VR without parole, which I actually started writing back in June. It was a Twitter feed, and it's now a video on PlayStation PSVR without parole. It's 20 titles I would love to see on PlayStation VR 2. And yeah, it's I'm really, really happy. It took me a long time to make. It's had a lot of response and a lot of positivity. I will link it in the chat now, actually. this is where you can check it out. I was really, really happy with this. And although I won't be doing regular videos, this was nice. So yeah, there is that. Okay, right. Now I need to talk about something that is not so happy. But I wanted to talk about it. I did tweet about it when I heard the news when I woke up on, I think it was Monday morning. No, it wouldn't have been. It would have been Tuesday morning. Wow, it feels like a long week. And I wanted to say more. And I thought, you know what, I just need to. Yeah, you want a link, Jack? Yeah, no worries. Let me do this. Schematatheory.com. Here we go. Tickets, yeah, for the show. You can find there. So for those of you that don't know, on PlayStation VR Without Parole, when I first found out about them, Gamescast Live, I used to love tuning into when I could. And it had 3 hosts on it. It had Brian Poole, who is still, captain of the ship on all 3 shows. But he was also joined 3 times a week by 2 other hosts. You had AJ, aka God Cannon, who is amazing. Love the guy. And then also Dave Station, who was an amazing guy. It feels weird using was in a sentence like that. And there was just so much positivity within the community. It's one of the reasons I stuck around. I joined the Discord. I used to love chatting with them when I could. And David, I got on really, really well with. It eventually got to a point where he stepped away from the channel as a regular. And as a part of it, I was asked if I wanted to do a couple of the slots, and I did. And David was so incredibly kind, and he was really, really complimentary, and just really, really positive. David was a really, really funny guy, but his compassion and kindness is something that always shone through, not just on camera during the shows, but if you ever spoke to him in the voice chat in the PSVR Without Parole Discord. And especially when I started doing regular live shows and that, he was a huge champion of what I did. And by the way, as I talk about this, although it's going to be about things he said about me, the focus of this is not what he actually said about me. It's about the fact of what it says about him as a person. And that was the fact that he was clearly someone that paid attention. He was someone that clearly cared and was thoughtful. And he would always just say, out of nowhere, saying, he said that, he was like, Myles, I just love what you're doing. I love all the stuff you're doing around mental health. It's really, really important. It's really helping people. And it's what I hear from people time to time regarding, tips and tricks and things like that. And I spoke to him a couple of times on voice chat in the last couple of weeks. One of the times, I think a few people had a bit too much to drink, and I was there quite late into the conversation. And they were talking about voiceovers and stuff. And he was saying he would love to do a voice for a dragon in a VR game or something. And he was doing dragon impressions. It was absolutely hilarious. And it was just like, yeah, really, really funny. And then I spoke to him briefly a week or 2 ago. And he said what he says often. And he just said, hey, Myles, I just want to say I really appreciate you for the things that you're doing. And I would always reciprocate that and go, dude, inspiration is bi-directional, like you saying that to me. It is inspiring to me, and it helps keep me focused. And even though we didn't chat lots, he was someone that always paid attention. Who was thoughtful, and I love the guy for it. And so on Tuesday morning, I actually woke up to a tweet. like many people had done from Brian. And I'm just going to go to it now. This was it. And this was from Brian, and he said, I'm sad to report that our good friend Dave Wilcox, better known to most of you as Dave Station VR, has passed away. Dave was a big part of the channel and this community, and he will be missed more than I could possibly express here. So yeah, it's pretty devastating. And it was one of those things of I wasn't sure how to... Sorry, I was just checking the overlays. I wasn't sure how to process it. It was a very difficult day. And it's also difficult just because of the fact of, well, the Discord VR chat for PSVR Without Pro, and if you're not a part of it, please do check it out. They've actually got a Dave Memories section on it where everyone is sharing their memories, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm sure I did host an episode with him, and I'm trying to find what episode it was, because it was over a year ago, because I just want to look at those memories. If someone knows, do let me know, because I'd love to show it. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and it's really good proof that you don't have to know someone physically in person to have a connection with people, especially in this day and age. And I think it's very easy to start reflecting with regrets or potential regrets. And the reason I say potential is the sense that I know you shouldn't regret. But I do reflect, and it's a lesson in life that you hear again and again, which is life is precious, and just keep loving people harder and harder, because we all deserve love and compassion in this world. And he brought a lot of people a lot of light in there and a lot of happiness, and he was great. And I'm really going to miss him. And so actually something I'm just going to show now was Jimmy, the community manager from End Dreams, shared this clip. And although I haven't had a chance to really look at my own, this clip I love because it's just the goofiness of Dave, and I liked how he put the others on edge sometimes. And I also love the fact he's wearing a squid hat on this. But yeah, Jimmy shared this on Twitter, and so I just wanted to share this clip with you now to see, and especially those of you that didn't know David, this is what he was like.
Also, another one here, Peppo the Pig, the Game Cat, says, I'm surprised we didn't hear about Fract. Well, Fract is coming very soon. And just a little teensy tidbit that I think we can disclose. They're going to put out...
No, dude,
never mind then.
And actually, ahead of this show, End Dreams had tweeted, we're not going to be there. So we did know that Fract wasn't going to be here today during today's show.
I love it so much. And Jimmy also said, yeah, it's an amazing squid hat. Jimmy says that David got in contact very shortly after the episode with apologies, and he was like, it's totally fine. But that was the thing about David. He was very thoughtful, very kind, and he will be missed. And so Brian actually set up something yesterday, I believe, which I just wanted to share with you all now. And, this is not to pressure people into doing this. This is, if you can, it's something I'm going to be contributing a little to when I get paid, which actually should be today. I'll have to check. But yeah, they've set up a Dave Station VR fund. And Brian just wrote, our good friend Dave passed away this week. He was a massive part of the Without Parole channel and community, but even more importantly, he was a friend to everyone who knew him. As a gift to his family, we're trying to raise money to help cover the funeral costs, which I'm sure you know are exorbitant. Every little bit helps. And so I'll put the link in the chat there for the Dave Station VR Fund. Yeah, he says, we miss you, Dave. Let's hope heaven gets their PSVR 2s delivered first. So yeah, do check it out and donate what you can if you can. And I say this knowing there's a lot of game cats that watch this show. But I also appreciate there are people here that don't know him, and obviously there are a lot of people that we know in our lives that pass, and so we can't always donate to everything, but I just wanted to put it out there for those that do wish to donate. Yeah, and I also just wanted to talk about the fact that, you know, it made me reflect a lot on, you know, what it is to process grief. Sorry, I'm just putting some of the comments up as you're talking. There was a really great illustration by Dr. Julie, who is a Instagram, she's a psychiatrist or psychologist, and she did a metaphor where she had some paints, and on a piece of paper she painted a black hole, just a black circle, so it looked like a black hole, and she says that's what grief is. And she says, and then as we build our life from grief, dealing with the loss of someone or a traumatic experience, she then gets like colourful paints and paints in circles around it. So like yellow, blue, red, you know, so on. And what she says is that as you build your life and you have all that vibrancy with all the things that you do you work on to keep busy, that black circle in the middle, it's still there. Grief doesn't go away. It will always be there as a part of you. And I actually think it was a Queen Elizabeth II, a bit of a throwback here. But Queen Elizabeth II, I think, was coined with saying this. And it's the idea that grief is the price we pay for love. And like many things in life, the reasons we feel sad is because we know what it's like to feel happy, and vice versa. You can't have the sweet without the sour. Everything is relative, and that's what makes you feel things. And the fact that we have this gift in life that we're able to love people, whether it's in a relationship or a friendship or a passion with things that we do, when those things go away, that is why you feel grief. And I actually just want to read a quote that I found that I did share on Instagram yesterday, but it's been archived now. And I just thought it was a really nice quote about when you lose people like friends. It is, the comfort of having a friend may be taken away, but not that of having had one. And I think that's a big part of life. I think someone asked me in the chat if this was my first time dealing with grief or processing grief. It's not. I've dealt with it with obviously relatives. I lost a really close friend of mine when I was 18. She was 16. She died when taking presents to her uncle at Christmas. That was a very, I'm going to say odd time. So yeah, but the thing is, grief is different every time, because every person that passes, that's a different like angle in life. It's a different set of experiences and circumstances. David, as I said, I wasn't like close friends with him, but he had a presence in my life, and you know, he was a very warm person, very kind, and he was someone that was always very supportive about what I did. In a way that I was like, wow, this guy really pays attention, he really cares. And so it was kind of the thing of, as it started sinking in, you start thinking about things. And I mentioned it during the intro to this this live show, and I'll just play this now. This track that you heard, Stephen Hawking, Glide. So I use Monster Cat Gold, which is a monthly payment that allows me to use Monster Cat music without getting claims made against this. You know, I'm allowed to use the music. And it was David that told me about it. Now, I didn't use it for a while after he mentioned it. I didn't use it at first because I was still developing the show. He said, oh, Myles, let me tell you, Monster Cat Gold, get it, because you get really cool music. And he said, you know what's really good for starting a live show? I love this song called Glide, which I knew about from Beat Saber, and it was this song. And actually, so when I was looking down the list of the music that I've got for these intros, I saw this on there, and I was like, oh god, yeah, this was what David said. And when he introduced me to Monster Cat Gold, And so, yeah, it's amazing how you get moved by something as simple as a track like this. And also, I had an experience when I used to talk about when I was live during the pandemic for the launch of Pixel Rip 1989, or actually no 1997, and I'm gonna see if I can find it, because there was an event that we did, and he was at the event, and I remember chatting with him. I think this is it. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find this. There's actually a photo. I'm just looking it up now. Do you know what? Let's have a look here. I don't know if I can find it. No! Ugh. Sorry, I'm muted. I was just saying I'm trying to find him on here, but this when I was telling the story about this live event for the Pixel Rip launch, when I first entered the room, it was absolutely rammed, and I could hear Dave's voice in the corner, and I went over and he went, "Oh, hey Myles, good to see you." And I think it was one of the first times I met him in VR. There he is. There, you can see him there. With the jacket on, Dave Station VR there. That was literally where I met him, in that corner. And it was so noisy that he was like, "Hey Myles, we should go like over here, grab a table over here," because everyone was entering the room, so it was super noisy. And yeah, let's see, have a look here.
There you go.
So yeah, I just wanted to say a lot about David, and I think it's always important you learn, or you share the learnings of what humans bring to this world. For me, if I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but for me, the meaning of life is to create legacy, and legacy is about creating things that outlive yourself. That can be as simple as having a family. It could be as simple as, in the traditional ways, these people that like open up libraries or, schools in their name. But legacy is also about just leaving more light in the world than what was in it when you first entered it. And so it's about having conversations with people. It's about being kind. It's about having empathy and realizing that every time you connect with someone, there's an opportunity to either give something or to take something away. And Dave was one of those people that always gave something. And it was a pleasure knowing the guy. And yeah, he will be hugely, hugely missed. And yeah, I just wanted to share some of those stories with you today. So I just want to say again, as I mentioned earlier, if you can and want to, of course, Brian set this up yesterday, which was amazing. I'll put the link in the chat once more. Please donate as little or as much as you can. And then the other thing I just wanted to mention was that on the topic of grief, grief can be a knock-on effect. People deal with it in different ways. Sometimes you think you're dealing with it fine, and then you realise it's having a negative impact in other ways. And I just want to say, thankfully, the PSVR Without Parole community, thankfully the Myles Dyer Live community, and I do want to get a better name than the Myles Dyer Live community, is incredibly supportive and loving. And anyone that's ever come to my live show for the first time has always said to me, "Wow, the people you've got in the chat are like really awesome. These are the kind of people I want to spend time with." It's how I feel with PSVR 2, Without Parole, and the VR community. And so I just want to say that, sharing experiences, going to the Discord, sharing your memories with Dave there is really, really good. But at the same time, if you find that you're struggling and you need to talk to someone, please talk to someone. Always talk about it. I call it brain friction. Sometimes when you keep thoughts inside your head and you roll it around, it's like burnout, when the tire's making smoke. And so it's really important that you just bring it out. It might be about writing something. Maybe you write poetry. Maybe you want to write, some messages of support. But something I did want to put up on here is helplines. And so I'm going to put it in the chat. Always trying to find ones that are international. So findahelpline.com. If you scroll down and look, you can find helplines by country. And you can click on it, and they've got lots of different lists. So if you need help, no matter where you are in the world, there is always people that can help you that you can speak to. I am someone who, in my life, I've spoken to the Samaritans when I've been in a really dark place, and I remember feeling stupid, like, do I really need to call them? Am I wasting their time? And it was one of the best things I ever did. So please, please, please do that if you can. Cool. I know that was a long bit of housekeeping and with everything else. And also, I just want to say a huge thank you to Mark in the chat. And also James, I just want to mention that. Yeah, happy to have joined this community in the last couple of years, even though I'm not as active as I'd like to be. But, being in the community isn't always about showing up. And actually, as a testament to David, as someone that I didn't know in person, one of my best friends once told me, who I used to see once every couple of years because he was in the States, he said, Myles, don't judge the quality on a friendship by how often you meet up. Judge it by the fact that when you do meet up, is the connection still there? And I would definitely say that. And it was very, very necessary housekeeping. And I did mention in the lead up to this episode that it would be a bit more of a somber one. But yeah, stop being so awesome, Mark. Mark has been gifting more memberships. I will talk about memberships now, actually. And if anyone has any questions, please ask in the chat. Please put a Q at the front of it, and then I can add it to the favourites and make sure I don't lose it. So well done, Michael. You have become, quality, not quantity. Absolutely. So I actually did get here. Let's have a look here. Did I download it? Here we go. Right, this is what I was going to show. Membership targets. So as I mentioned, anyone that wants to become a member, please do. But at the very least, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. But if you do become a member, you unlock the Globe loyalty badge, and you get custom emojis, and you get comment response priorities on any of my videos and stuff. There are going to be more tiers coming out in the coming months, but one step at a time. But I wanted to talk about this, which I've updated. So some of you might be going, well, we were at 20 last week. How have we gone from 20 to 21 when Mark keeps buying memberships? Well, what happens every month is, people have the option to cancel their membership, which they're completely welcome to do. I've always said, if you want to become a member just for a month, that's absolutely fine. But also, if you're gifted a membership, you're gifted for that month, which is great. But it doesn't then start charging you, because that would be a really, really cruel gift. And so, actually, I think in the last 31 days, 7 gifted memberships haven't been renewed, except for one, actually, I did see, which I do want to give a shout out here. So let me just find out. There have been a lot of sign-ups and a lot more gifting, so I appreciate it. But just to talk about where we are with it, very briefly, once we get to 30 members, it basically unlocks, I think, another emoji slot, which means I can create and design 5 more. And we're going to have a big discussion about what those can be, which actually we should talk about today. I think we did say we were going to talk about that today. So I would love to get your ideas, but hold on to them for a moment, because I will specifically bring it up shortly. And then when we're at 40, that just means the show is sustainable. But then as a result of that, I'm going to invest in something called Restream, which means that every week I do the live show, it will not just be available on YouTube, it will also be available on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook as well. But you will obviously want to be on YouTube if you want to be able to play the word game, because this is where it's at. But that's kind of exciting as well. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has supported the show. And in terms of members, who was it that became a member? I think she renewed her gift into a full membership, and that was, I think it was Hannah. Was it Hannah Fletcher? Oh my goodness, look at all these. Braxbro has rejoined, so I want to say a huge thank you to you, Max Bro. Marcus Schaub has become one. Michael Sturm, thank you for Mark for them. Yeah, Hannah Fletcher has rejoined, so huge thanks. So really, really, really appreciate that. Just looking at some of the... Hey, Becky, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Does the membership also include all your bad dad jokes? I don't know what you're talking about. And Brian, hey Brian, it's good to see you here, buddy. I hope you had a good... I hear it was your birthday yesterday, and I know there's been a lot going on, so we should definitely have a celebration of that later in the week or something. But yeah, good to see you here, dude. Well, there were so many jokes from Mark that I actually added a sound effect during this. So, Mark, if you want to trigger that sound effect by telling us a joke now, I'd happily play it. And Melanie, very, very, very kind of you. That's the solidarity we love to see. We love to see indeed. I contacted the Samaritans a few times in my early 20s, and I had varying experiences, but it was helpful to talk. That's the thing. Sometimes it's just nice to talk to someone. They're not always going to be giving you solutions, but it's just that thing about externalizing inattention can be really, really life-changing. So that's really, really important. I know Mark is Chief Joke Officer now. Yeah. CJO would be is a good title. Maybe we'll have to make him that. But yeah, here we go. Right, so let me just make sure we got this ready. Here we go. Right, so we've got this. Mark says, my Twitter password has been hacked again. This will be the third time I've had to rename the cat. There we go. See, that was all done for Mark. So, I mean, I wish Brian had that on the show when I told my jokes, but to be honest, the sound effect is just him sighing. Big sigh. And that is also true, Mojo. It can help that it's someone you don't know personally. It takes that away. It allows you to open up much more about that. So that's really, really good. To Blizz asked, moving to London for work reasons at 35 without having ever been there, not even on vacation. Crazy idea. Wow. The only crazy aspect about it is our country is currently tanking. Our government has literally just wiped off £500 billion of the market with some ridiculous, like, extreme economic decisions, which I won't fully go into now. But yeah, we're currently in a crisis. So yeah, that could be a crazy idea. But like, look, apart from that, I would say that if it's for work, London's a great city. Lots to do there. And I think it will be an amazing time. So moving somewhere that you've not been for vacation before is bold, but a lot of people do it. And I think in this day and age, because of the nature of the internet and that, I think the opportunities to do that kind of thing are great. So yeah, I wish you all the best with that. Really, really important. I've got to ask, because you're from the UK, but have you ever been to Alton Towers? I have, but it was about 25 years ago. And for those that don't know, I think it was about 20 years ago. Actually, it was between 20 and 25. Yeah, it's a theme park here in the UK, Alton Towers. It's obviously got a lot more great rides now, but Nemesis, I think, was the big one. And the hotel had just opened. And so we stayed at the Alton Towers Hotel, which was very cool. But where our room was like next to some kind of, felt like we were next to like the laundry room or something that was just humming all night. It was like the worst night's sleep ever. It was absolutely terrible. That's a memory that stayed with me for over 20 years. We will see. I love that. Yeah. What else we got? Yeah, Nemesis. Yeah, Nemesis is like the roller coaster there. And that's it. Yeah, look, if you're ever moving somewhere, always ask here because there'll be good tips. I mean, to be honest, you've just given me an idea to Blizz on what I'm going to do for a future episode. I actually have a list of like around 12 to 15 places that I recommend to friends that come to the UK or specifically to London. And then I tailor it based on who they are. But 10 places if you are visiting London. And then we can all talk about it. Hell yeah, this is a great one. There you go. Look, I love this. This is how inspiration comes out of nowhere. If you had an identical twin, what kind of naughty and fun mischief would you get up to? Well, I mean, on a serious note, I don't know if I could cope with myself. I don't think I could. I don't think I'm compatible with myself. I think I do my own head in. What mischief though? Well, Brian would have to deal with twice the number of jokes, and I don't think Brian could deal with that. So there's definitely that. There's definitely that. Yeah. Here we go. Well, I said a cat joke. Need to give out a dog joke. Just entered a competition for a year's supply of dog food. Apparently, you can win a lot. Wait, has it not put the full joke in the chat? Oh my goodness, has it cut it off? It has cut it off, hasn't it? Can you put the answer as a separate one? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Oh no, have I just literally not thought about it? Win a lot. There we go. There you go. This is how slow I am today. I'm in such a weird mood today, guys. As you can tell from my voice and my tone. Yeah. I know. This is the thing. It's so embarrassing because it exposes me. I do have a sense of humour. Just I'm incredibly slow sometimes, and I'm happy to admit I'm being very, very slow today. I was probably there the same time as you, Myles, got to ride Nemesis back to back in half an hour before the park. Oh, yeah, you got to do that. Was it Ripsaw? The one that used to go, it was the like row of chairs that used to go round, and it was over the jets of water. My Delico meetup, is that what it's called? My Delico. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's like this. Braxbo, take care. Thank you very much for stopping by. Postman's Park. Or you're going to save that? I'm not going to look it up. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. See, I didn't know win a lot was dog food. So there we go. Everyone's telling me that. The Cayman Islands. Without visiting it and you're liking it. The Cayman Islands I know nothing about other than it's a tax haven. The most cringe thing you ever did on a stream. Oh man, there's so much, especially in the early Stickam days. I think there was one where I did a moustache. I did a moustache for like Borat and stuff. And I think I ran out of pen or something and it was a bit too thin and it did look like a, well, I say a Hitler moustache. It looked like a Charlie Chaplin moustache, but yeah, it wasn't a good look. So I think of stuff like that. That was like from like 16 years ago. Yeah, so there was that. Which, to be honest, if I did it in this day and age, you'd be absolutely ruined. But yeah, how do I feel about reggae music? I was thinking of a joke. I know there's a joke about how do reggae artists like their donuts with jamming? Yeah, no, I love reggae music. I love reggae music a lot. I couldn't name a lot of artists, but it's definitely music that's on my playlist. If you go on a bender with any celebrity, and do you say that in America, bender, which means get wasted with? If you go on a bender with any celebrity, who would it be? I'm trying to think at the moment who it would be. Who would I love? Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about that. Do you know what? That'd be another good subject. We do like celebrities you would X with. Like, who would you go parachuting with? Who would you go for dinner with? All that sort of stuff. Ethan says, been watching you since the mid-2000s, mate. You made a huge impact on my life in secondary school, and I've been wanting to say thank you. Ethan, really appreciate that, man. Like, yeah, direct gratitude and appreciation for that. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being so supportive. And most importantly, thank you for expressing that, because hearing that is feel-good currency. It's the kind of thing that makes me keep going in life. So really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much, Ethan. And hope you will stay around. Hey, Delirium. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you here. Oh, great. You could do 3 visual jokes. Love it. And I'll come along with this on my phone. See, that what you just said there could be a joke, and I've just looked over it completely. Here we go. I think you pronounced the suggestion for the community name as My Dailyco. Yeah, I don't know. We have to have like a one word thing, but I mean, I don't know. That could be. I don't know. I have to think about it. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal would be awesome. Did you really? Again, every time you speak, I'm like, am I missing a joke here? Hey, welcome here, Canuck. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Ultimate Carnage, the game cat with the super chat. I feel like I want to go, wow, but that's PSVR without parole. Thank you very, very much. From Ultimate Carnage, the game cat, what do you give a sick bird? Tweetment. There we go. Give that a clap as well. There are ways to make it that when people do super chats that like little animations come up. So I definitely want to look for stuff like that. And also something I want to get is a second monitor here, because that's going to make doing share screen so much easier. Because when I share screen currently, it has to be like in front of or like behind all the broadcast stuff I'm doing. So that is definitely something that I need to invest in. But I'm going to be saving up for Black Friday when I'm then going to be buying a lot of stuff there. Just going down, catching up. You think I should do a play on my old YouTube username, Blade376? I mean, my YouTube channel is still youtube.com/Blade376. It's just that I managed to get youtube.com/Myles, which was very, very good. Yeah, or we just name them, keep going on. Here we go. What did the bouncer say when Jennifer Lopez showed up at his club door? There's always room for J-Lo. Wait. Sorry, wrong one. I need to get buttons for each of them. They did own a pub. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Oh, it's gone quick. This hour. But yeah, as I said, a bit of a somber episode. That just because I've not been sleeping great this week. It's just been very busy. And I've got a colleague coming over to record some stuff tomorrow, so I actually need to do some house cleaning after this, because this is going to sound really funny, but because my sense of smell had gone because of COVID, and it has come back, but it's not as strong as it used to be. Like, oh, this is going to sound gross. I was at a restaurant last night and I went into the toilet and I went into all the urinals were taken, so I went into one of the cubicles and it was fucking gross. It was like sick and stuff all round the bowl. This sounds like, and I was there and it was like, I just didn't look at it, took a piss and then left. And then a guy went in after me and he was like, holy shit. Oh man. He was like, and he said, was this you? I was like, dude, that was not me. He's like, how were you just in there? And I said, oh, I had COVID like 7 weeks ago, and like my sense of smell is like partially gone. And he was like, oh, you got COVID? I was like, no, 7 weeks ago. But I was like, that's probably a really bad power to have. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is I'm really worried that, like, I don't know, like in my kitchen, for example, which I've cleaned, like it could smell really fucking terrible. Like there could be a rotten fish behind my fridge and I just wouldn't know because my sense of smell is so deadened. And it's really made me appreciate the power of smell. Like sense of smell is really, really important. I mean, I'm glad I didn't lose my sense of taste, although losing my sense of smell has definitely impacted that a bit, I'm sure. But yeah, COVID, the perfume, basically just water. Hey, Myles, did you hear about the magical tractor? It turned into a field. I like that one. Oh, here we go. When you drink, what is your go-to? Are you a whiskey? I'm not a whiskey or rum drinker, no. These are not necessary for this bartender to know. I like red wine, and I drink gin and tonic a lot. So yeah, those are my good things. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a really good camera for broadcasting, and I'm gonna get a lot of stuff for the background just to build the studio up. There's a lot I really want to do. Do you ever use screen capture software, say for keeping scenes from gaming? In which case, what do you recommend? I just use the backup from PlayStation. PlayStation does it for gaming. Screen capture, you can do it on QuickTime, but I know it doesn't do audio. But I use this broadcast system because anything I do on here, it's recording it in real time to my computer. And so I can do a live stream that's not live, it's just recording it. And that can be really helpful as well. What was the highest audience number you've reached? I think we've got up to like 40, 42. We're at 30 today, so I want to say a huge thank you. And if you haven't already, do hit the like button. We've had 24 likes and 1 dislike, and I love the dislike. Because it might have been because of the bad news earlier, which is a fair enough way. Smell is 99% of your taste. Science facts. Okay, interesting. My wife's cooking it. You need to stop talking about your wife like that. You mention it quite a lot, and I feel really sorry for her. Or did you just going to say, oh, it's not because it tastes bad. It's just like really spicy food. Really spicy food. You claim you don't want to. You didn't lose your sense of taste, yet you wear that shirt. Love it. Have you ever refused to answer a Q&A question? I'm sure I have. I'm sure there have been inappropriate stuff. I mean, this is over 16 years. But I don't think there's anything on this show the last year that I've ever refused. But there would always be ways. It's not even refusing, it's just prioritising. I mean, there's a lot of questions here. We're going right to the finish line here. If you could go into any game from your childhood, what one would you choose to explore? Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog, Green Hill Zone. Would love to meet up with a hedgehog and do that. What was the topic of your dissertation? You did psychology, right? Yeah, I did. It was about self-control. And the idea that, you know, when you try and not to do something, there's a higher propensity to then do it. So, yeah. Right, everyone. There's 30 of us here. Should we have some good news and get to level 20 in this word game? Should we do it? That was the one graphic I wanted to make this week, was for the word game. But I'm just going to have to do it on full screen. Again, as always. So let me set this up. The word game. Let's do it, guys. We can do it. Here we go. Love it. It's the top of my frequently visited pages. Setting this up. If you've never played this before, you can play just by typing in the chat. And the more of us that play, the better chance we have of getting to level 20. I think our record is level 19. And we get so close sometimes. But it gets really difficult towards the end. So you kind of want to keep getting 3 stars so we can plow through it. Because if you get a dodgy set of questions, then it can be tough. So let's get some music. And you know what? For the music, I'm going to start with the beautiful song that Dave told me to get for this. So everyone, let's go. Type in the chat and let's see how we get on. Early, you beat me to it. But really though, yeah. So you get individual scores for those of you that have never played it before, but you also get a group score as well, which is really, really important. Oh, relay, very good. And once you've guessed, you'll notice there's a padlock next to your name, and it means you can't guess anymore until the next padlock is unlocked, and then you can guess again. And all the words on the board are in alphabetical order, which can also be helpful. So So yeah, I think we got another one beginning with A. Ali. Right. Let's have a look here. It's tough. So there's one more four letter beginning with A or E, or maybe another two beginning with E. There's not. Liar. Wow. Interesting. Nice one. There we go. So we got 3 stars. So we go up 3 levels. We skip 3 levels to level 4. And there we go. Everyone's scores here. And if you haven't got on the scoreboard, that's absolutely fine. Just keep guessing. We can totally do this. And we've got 34 people tuned in now. Let's do it. Hit that like button. Get involved. Help us. Help us get to level 20. Gender. I was wondering what that one was. It's good. Right, let's keep going on. Let's have a look. So more beginning with D or E. Oh, end has already been done. Edge. Great word, Mark. Well done. There's one more beginning with an E. Oh, edger. Nice one. So what we got? Begins with E or a G. Is it G? No. It's annoying it doesn't tell you. But well done, guys. We skip another 3 levels. Just quickly show the scores here. And again, if you're not ranking yet, it's fine, because your guesses might inspire someone else to make the right guess. So just keep throwing them. Right, there's a fake letter this time. So one of the letters you don't use. And the way you can find out is whoever finds the longest one. I think Q's the fake one because there's not a U there. So I reckon you've got to make one. Oh, Frolic, he beat me to it. Well done. Prolific. Great, so Q is the fake letter. Do not use Q. Hey Wolfgang, good to see you here. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I wish there was an S. Make it so much easier. We have passed the level, but can we get 3 stars? We need to still guess a few more. This is good, guys. Oh man, I'm finding this difficult. Yeah, I like that one. I reckon we get 2 stars for this. Good attempt, good attempt. There we go. Skip 2 levels, that's good. Level 9. We're almost halfway there. There's a fake one in here. The fake one is either... I think it's the second O. No, school. So, A. A is the fake letter. Do not use A.
Ready, set,
Go. Now, don't forget with the S, if there's a word, so like, yeah, lock and then locks. So add an S to any word that's found. Plural, co-hose. Do co-hose. Do the plural version, someone. I'll do it now. Yeah, there you go. See, that's it. That's exactly right. Wow, that's taken us from 1 star to 2 stars, I reckon. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Nice. And here's the rankings, just that round. Level 11, here we go. Let's do this, everyone. Yes, feel good song. Fake letter. Taking that word and adding an S to it. Callie. Jeans. Engines. Which means P is the fake letter. Look at all that. Do not use P. If you see a word that hasn't had the S added to the end, well done, everyone. I'm blank in here. That's got to be 2 stars. Unless we can get one more. One beginning with N that's 5 letters. That was difficult, but I don't know if that's... Yeah, 2. All right, that's good. Proud of you, everyone. We're doing good. Right, there's a fake and there's a hidden one. Yeah, Peel. Nice one. It's Peely. Yelp. Okay, I'm looking. Sleepy. Wait. S is the hidden letter. Use S. Do not use X. How did you get that? All of them came in with the S's straight away. Well done, everyone. Because this could be a difficult one. There's not actually many options. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Eyes. Seal. S-E-E-L someone. I don't know if that is actually. Yeah, everyone's. Yeah, it's not a word. Peas, good one. Oh, wow. Wow. What a play. Was that Hannah at the end? Well done. Mark is approaching the 100 mark. Oh, 100 mark. Oh, that was not loud enough. Okay. Yeah, way to go, everyone. That was really, really good. Right, everyone, we're losing soldiers because we're at 28 viewers now. So, this is when it's going to really start getting difficult. I think this might be just below where it's 5 letters, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh no, this is going to be good. Let's go. Yeah, all 5 letter words and more. Snood. Interesting. So that means... Oh no, that is using all of them. I bet J. Yeah, indoors. So R is the hidden letter. Use R. Do not use J. It's like public announcement. Okay. That's good. We know the state of play, guys. If we can get all of these, we could be within striking distance of level 20. Rondus. I don't even know that word. Trying to come up with five letter words. What did we say, actually? What was it? Use what? Oh, there you go. It's just appeared anyway. Oh, Ryan's has already been done. Oh, I just want a couple more. Nah. 1 star. Okay, but it does mean now... Actually, we are going to be within striking distance of level 20. Which actually might benefit us, because if this isn't hidden... Because I think at level 17, that might be just before they hide everything. So we're going to find out. So we need to get 3 stars on this, everyone. We need to get 3 stars on this. Are we ready? Okay, yeah, it's not hidden. That's good, actually. Right, dream. Dream is allowed. Okay. Dreaming. Oh, nice one. So you can use a Y. That's good. Adding Ys to words. Daydream. What? Well done. Which means... L is the fake letter. Do not use L. So what's the hit? What was the hidden letter? Daymare. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Daydream and daymare. I didn't even know daymare was a word. Okay, oh, sorry, D. Yeah, sorry, 2 Ds. Right, yeah. Oh, no, we still got to get quite a lot. Almost there. Oh. Unlucky, everyone. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I played terrible that round. I was not able to get anything. Actually, I got one thing. Anyway, look at this. Look at all these points. And I want to give a huge shout out to 2 players that hit the 100 mark. Give it up for Hannah. And let's give it up for Mark as well in the 100 club. Okay. It's a 90s game. Well, there you go. Who said games couldn't be educational? Hey, Hannah. And Hannah, I just want to say, I mentioned it earlier, I didn't know if you were about, but thank you for signing up as a member. I saw that come in today, so really, really appreciate it. Look, everyone, I am exhausted. So I'm going to be wrapping up this show pretty quickly now. But I just want to say a huge, huge thank you to everyone for tuning in today. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Don't forget that this show is every Wednesday. So hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you haven't already. And if you like the show and want to support it, please consider becoming a member. It really helps the show out. You unlock all the cool emojis and you get the nice globe next to your name and things like that. And it just helps us all out. Really, really important. Yeah, no, appreciate that a lot, Hannah. Thank you. First time playing this, didn't really know what was going on, but it was fun. Well, this is the thing, every week we get better, and that was actually a really solid performance. So what happens is when you get to like 18, 19, which is the two that we get stuck on quite a lot, or it have been our limits, what it does is it removes all the, like, when you get an answer, it will fill up the board with question marks. So it's all right. Always next time. Good to see you here, and I love your avatar. Really cool avatar. Go green. Game on. It doesn't show you, so it can be quite difficult. When is your first guest appearance show, Myles? You'll have to find out. I'm going to be getting things finalised in the next week, but you won't have to wait too long. So yeah, I want to say a huge thank you for everyone tuning in. It's always a chilled episode, the last Wednesday of the month. I need to go get lots of rest and do some housework, and I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So if you haven't already, do check out my op-ed on PSVR without parole. I will put the links in the chat, and also I'll put it in the description for the video afterwards. What about a meetup? Wow, we're getting all the questions still in, right? Maybe next year at some point. For sure. It's something I'd definitely be open to. So with all that said, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And as always, whenever we end this show, it's now time for you to tell me your thoughts that you just want to get off your chest. So with that said, honestly, I love you, love you, love you, love you. So with that, love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time, have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it was a cool show. Also, this time I did something differently with the lighting, because normally, actually, the background, I could probably have that a different colour. So the lights I normally have on the background are this, which I like. There's purple here, and I don't know if it works well. It might be better with a different, when I get a new camera. But I do like the blue in the background. But then I went with this. I didn't go with that. I went with this. I also have Beat Saber lights where it goes red and blue either side of me, but you're not going to be able to see it there. Synth lights, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so that is what I normally have it as. And then it was like that, which I think is pretty much good on the face, but I could still have blue in the background. So I need to work out. Okay, maybe I'll keep it with the purple. So yeah, I'll work it out. And that's great. I love you all. Really so much positivity, and it's really, really good. Dude, I don't need more stuff to have to worry about every week. Like, the one thing I love about this studio setup is I can literally, even if I'm racing home from London, I can put this on and I can be live within 5 minutes. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Always good. Mark, very, very kind, buddy. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great week all. Be kind to people. Always. Always, always, always. And yeah, I might see you at Friday's show. Much love. And also, Gamecats, Gamecast Live starts in 35 minutes. So head over there, show lots of love in the chat. That's for sure. How do I end this? Oh, yeah, with this button here. Bye-bye.